Brilliance or BS? Which one will prevail today? Welcome to the B-Side Podcast, where we praise and slander everything that isn't just important and relevant in our lives, but in yours as well. Here with my co-host, Samaje. And today, we have a topic that maybe some consider out of our jurisdiction,
Mm-hmm.
right? Especially if they're friends of the pod. This may be a curveball one for them.
Yeah.
But here at the B-Side, we like to debate,
Mm-hmm.
but most importantly, outside of debating, we like to have conversation and discussion. And wherever there's a conversation and a discussion, they can bet on the B-Side to be there at the front door with their 2 cents to pay to get in.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're gonna have a conversation and discussion regarding double standards,
Yeah.
men versus women specifically. So I want to start this off by proposing this question, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is the most dominant double standard, the biggest double standard that is existent between this man and woman thing?
Oh, where do I start? Man,
Just give me like the one. What you think is the biggest?
I think the biggest one is probably. It's hard to pick the biggest one, but I'm gonna go with a popular topic that I see a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
you know, debate about, whatever, argue about. I think it's silly, but it is. It needs to be talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it goes into parenthood.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with I think child support.
Child support.
Yeah, I think that's a big double standard.
All right,
A
explain.
woman explaining meaning a woman. I think a absent a absent mother really isn't known to pay for child support. Really, rather than a man who is still like not absent, but he's still an active father,
Mm-hmm.
still has to pay child support. Why? Don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a real common thing. I have family members, you know, who are in that situation. I have, you know, people I used to know who are in that situation,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a big why for me. Like wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
My neighbor's just going crazy right now. Sorry, people.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, child support. I think child support that's a big one.
Okay.
That would be considered my biggest one.
So here's what I say. Here's what I say about that. Right. I feel like in terms of the definition of a double standard, right? Having just an unfair expectation, placing an
Yeah,
unfair expectation on a certain person, group of people, whatever, right?
right.
Um, so I feel like in terms of the definition of a double standard, I feel like child support does kind of fit that criteria based on the fact that it is a unfair expectation for a man to have to come up with that allotment of money,
Yeah.
or else he most likely will get sent back to prison,
Doing prison time too, man.
right?
Crazy.
Doing time behind bars, right? So, however, though, I feel like child support, since there are so many legal litigations that are attached to child support, though it is unfair, I feel like it does supersede like a double standard, because there's nothing that we can do about that, to a degree,
No.
to a degree. Let me, right, not saying at all,
Yeah.
because there are definitely movements uh, that fight against how unfairly the men are treated when it comes to when it comes to child support, child support cases.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's an interesting one. So, but it is. I feel like it is much more. I feel like it's above just a simple double standard though.
Like
Child
what?
support.
Like what's above as what?
I said just above like a simple double standard, like
Oh,
child support. Like
yeah.
it's a lot more that goes into.
It's a lot more that goes into it, but yeah, I still think it's a double standard.
But
Yeah,
well, in the space of the definition, it is an unfair expectation on us.
yeah.
So let me just shoot one out there that's probably a little bit less provocative, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now I think anything regarding emotions and personality
Mm-hmm.
about men and women.
Yeah.
How women can be seen as a little bit more vulnerable and men can't. Um,
Okay.
how if a woman is put in a position of authority, she's perceived as bossy or bitchy.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's a man, he's a little bit more authoritative, stern, and knows exactly what he wants out of a situation.
I think yeah.
So I just feel like the emotional aspect of it uh is is a big problem because I feel like it definitely holds us back from achieving it holds a lot of people back from achieving a lot of things.
How do you feel about a woman being like in charge, though, having authority?
I mean,
And
listen, if she's
do
capable,
you have any experience with that? Like, had a supervisor that was,
yeah,
or anything like that?
I have had plenty of women that I had to take take orders from. And
What was that like?
in my experience, it's nothing different. But I don't see women. I don't view women who are in position of power as this or that, like as emotional,
Mm-hmm.
sassy, bossy, bitchy, things of that nature. I just see that person as an authoritative figure, someone who's qualified to give me orders, and I trust their word. So me personally, whenever I had anybody to answer to that was a female, I never had a particular problem with them,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, but as I just feel like, obviously, as long as you're qualified to be in that position, no matter who you are, you should be treated, equally as a man should,
Okay.
right?
I've had experience with. I'm not against women
Mm-hmm.
being in, having, in position of power, pretty much
Uh huh.
being whatever, whether it's CEO, supervisor, whatever it is. I
Mm-hmm.
do have experience, and I do have to say my experience has been bad with that.
Okay.
Um, I do think, I'm not saying all women. No, I'm not saying that. A lot of women, they feel like it's, and I'm not saying this is uh, uh I'm not
Well,
saying like they don't have a reason to be sometimes, like to put their foot down sometimes, but I
mm-hmm.
feel like when it's time, when it is that time, I feel like they go a little too far sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Some women, not all women, some.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, sometimes it just feels different. Like I said, I'm not against it. I'm all for, hey, women, yo, if you earn that spot to be in this position, you earned it. You deserve it.
Yeah.
I do feel that sometimes though, in the position, yeah, sometimes in position of power, some women could go too far.
So let me ask you this: could that viewpoint possibly be influenced by like unconscious bias that you might have
No,
towards women? Like, could it be?
men could do the same damn thing though.
Right, but I'm saying right, like, okay, all right. So if you're a person that buys into that double standard, right?
Yeah.
If you can have a man boss, you can have a male boss that does the exact same thing, but you perceive it as he's doing his job versus a female boss, you could perceive that as, man, she's doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Could it be just
I could see that
a
too.
shape in perception?
I could see that too. I guess it's more of the reactions. It, like I said, it depends on a lot of things. It depends on the situation. It
Mm-hmm.
depends on what happened. It depends what the employee or whoever is under her,
Right.
what they're doing, what they're saying, what they did. it depends. All that does go into it, but in my experience, it's like it wasn't that deep.
Okay. Okay.
But not all. I've had some male bosses too. Ayo, man, he's just tripping.
Right.
You know, he seemed emotional too.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
Okay.
I not disagree,
I mean,
really
that's fine. I
disagreeing with
mean,
that.
no, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, listen, if you had that experience and that's how you took in that experience, I'm not here to say whether you was right or wrong for thinking that. I don't know. I wasn't there to see it, but it is kind of a conversation to be had because I feel like a lot more women are slighted of promotions and uh upgrades or whatever raises strictly off of the fact that men look at them as a little bit more emotional, a little bit more unstable and unqualified,
Yeah,
just simply off those, not even looking at her resume,
right.
right? um so yeah, so that's why I feel like it's a little bit unfair, and how that could be used as some like one of the biggest ones that society has perpetuated.
Okay,
Um,
okay. No,
right.
I don't disagree with that.
Okay.
I don't disagree with that.
Okay. You got another one
I
there?
got one. I got one more good one.
Okay. But
This goes more into
this gonna be a crazy one again.
sorta relationship ways in a way.
Okay.
My first one wasn't that crazy. It wasn't that crazy.
Okay.
It was um women body counts versus men, like women having a high body count
Oh. Oh
and a
wow.
man having a body count.
That was actually my next one.
Okay, I'm glad we
Oh.
on the
Okay.
same
Oh
page.
shit. All right.
We on the same page with
Okay.
that.
Go ahead. Go ahead, man. What you gotta say about it?
All right, pretty much. Do you think it's unfair for a woman? I'm gonna just start by asking you
Uh huh.
first. Do you think it's unfair that a woman that has a high body count is looked at as a hoe, whore, thought, whatever it is, and a man with a high body count, he's looked at as
A Mac
a Mac
player.
player.
Yeah.
He the shit.
Right.
You know,
Right. I mean, look. Do I think it's fair?
yeah,
I mean, of course, because I don't think anybody should be out there just being promiscuous for one.
hmm
I don't think anybody should be out there just doing all types of sexual activity just on a whim,
okay,
right? So in that aspect, I mean, of course not. I mean, listen, it's just weird because what does that? Okay, I'm actually, what does that say about men though? Like, how much is it like do we have like a lack of respect for ourselves that we can allow ourselves to go out to be out and or because the whole thing about women is they your body is precious, you need to treat it that way, yeah, that's what they
yeah.
say, that's what they say.
Another thing they say is too, women are they have the say so on who has sex with them or not. You know, men, we don't choose that.
That's
W-
also
Women
that's
are the
also the
say
case.
so.
Well, that's also the case, like a woman can, it's easier for a woman to get sex,
And yeah, they
like we
say
have to work
another
for
thing,
it.
another uh opinion, popular opinion is that men are hoe makers. We aren't hoes, we're hoe makers.
mm,
You know,
hmm wow, I mean, that's an interesting one
that's
because
a popular one that a lot of.
you know what, man, check this out, because I feel like this isn't it isn't a cognitive thing, right? But
Mm-mm.
we all understand we all understand that dynamic, right?
Yeah,
That men can be able to be a lot more, not even a little, a lot more sexually active than women can, right?
yeah,
And secretly, I feel like a lot of men do use that to their advantage, and
mm-hmm.
I think that also leads into a lot of men doing a lot of women dirty because we're being allowed to have a lot more sexual relationships. So why would we just chill? A lot of men might think like, why would I just chill with her when I can get another one? When I get some new stuff.
Depends what type of man you are as well. if you
Well,
are
obviously, yeah.
considered a high valued man, you financially, or you're famous or whatever, are you just gonna be just with, is this man, is he supposed to be with just one woman? Is it wrong? Versus a woman, you know, she's financially, she's stable, she has a lot of,
Hmm.
they expect her to be with one man, you know.
Right, right. I feel like, and I just want to go back to my first, but like I said, I don't condone anybody being uh overly active sexually,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's unsafe, it's irresponsible, and it can cause just a lot of bullshit for
Mm-hmm.
you and the other individuals that you're dealing with.
Yeah.
But I feel like if we just take out like them being high value in a sense, right? Um, because listen, we know plenty of guys
I mean, let me ask you
that
this: Do you,
uh
or like, do you agree with the term, like it's easier for women to get sex over men?
it's easier
Versus,
for
like,
women to get sex.
is it easier for women to get sex, versus men?
Um, to a degree,
To a
to
degree.
to a degree, yeah, not extensive, not across the board, but obviously to a degree. Once you, because once you start looking at attractive women, highly attractive women, you
Yeah.
know, it's the pool depending on where she's at. And like I'm just taking that out, but the pool of men that she could have at her disposal
Mm-hmm.
is likely a lot greater than most men.
Okay.
Uh, even some men that are attractive, but I think the pool of what they can have
Yeah.
is a little bit more wider. If they just, if they just, if a girl texts your phone right now, hey, let's have sex, you're gonna be like, you're gonna be
Nah.
come on, you're gonna be like, I mean, shoot, like you gonna ask some questions, but you're gonna be like, if she one of the ones, you gonna jump out there and be like, let's come on, what's really good, like what's really
So
good.
men are easier.
Oh, we definitely, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we definitely easier. We definitely
I
easy.
agree with that.
Oh, for
Men are
sure,
definitely easier.
for sure, for sure. I just can't throw this peen at nobody.
Yeah.
But she can throw it at me, and yeah, it's just the truth. It's the truth.
Uh,
It is what it is.
I don't
That's
disagree.
why we having this conversation, though.
I don't disagree.
Right,
I agree with that. I
right,
agree with
right.
that.
It's like, but that's why we having this conversation right now.
I mean,
Because
okay.
people might not want to admit that, but it is what it is. What it is,
Okay.
right? So, so yeah, so like, but like, let me ask you this. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
what experience do you have in uh dealing with yourself or another woman that may be a little bit more active sexually?
Like, what you mean? Like,
Like obviously you view her in a different light, right? Do you view her in a different light?
view her in like a different light. Like,
You think she a hoe?
oh, is there like women I've been with that I thought was hoes, and like
Because they may, yeah, because they may have had sex with.
oh yeah, yes I do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's women I've looked at that, and I was like, yeah, like you got a body count. Damn, your body count this high?
Like
Damn.
right, and right, you shamed her for it.
Yeah, I can't lie. I can't lie. I did.
Now, do you think a woman should be allowed to shame our body counts?
100%.
Okay,
100%.
okay,
Sorry, fellas, that's out there and
uh huh.
disagree with this, but
Hey, whatever, man. They can think what they think.
hey, but I think we should be judged too, cause man, you motherfucker, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna get on men real quick.
Yeah,
Man, y'all need to stop being so easy to, especially, I think men need to stop being so easy when it comes to,
when it comes to
a lot of
fornication.
men say, man, pussy is pussy, all this
Mm-hmm.
other stuff, man.
But that goes again. That goes back.
I disagree with that 100%.
Uh huh. But that goes back to the double. Like we can be promiscuous. Women
Yeah,
can't. That's why we need to shut that down, and it bleeds into how we treat women for sure.
yeah.
It definitely bled into it. It's not the full. It doesn't tell the full story. It's other things as well, but it definitely has its influence on how we treat, look at, and view women
Mm-hmm.
in that respect.
100%. Yeah, but yeah, man. Uh, stop giving a lot of women so much power. That's why it's easier for women to get what they get what they can get. They get what they want. Most women get what they want, who they want. And man, because I feel like we are really easy. Men are so easy.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, we some Gilly terms, sucker for love and just some ultimate goofy motherfuckers. We are. So we make it we it is our fault. I feel like it's our fault because we
Yeah.
make it easy for them.
Mm.
And a lot of women, they inboxes is crazy deep.
Mm-hmm.
It makes them feel really powerful. It
And,
makes them feel, because my inbox is crazy deep. I got all these motherfuckers who will sleep with anything at the end of the day.
mm-hmm.
But
And
it makes them feel like, oh,
mm-hmm.
I can get who I want because you got these. Most of them be low lives at the end of the day, but
Right.
that's another story. But it gives them a lot of power.
It gives the woman a
It
lot of
gives the
power.
women. It gives the women a lot of power.
Okay.
They feel like, hey yo, my inbox, I got.
Well, let me ask you, what are so but do you feel like, okay, so so obviously you feel like that power is a negative one to have,
100%.
right? That type of uh I guess you could say that type of influence
Yeah.
in that type of attitude is a little bit more hurtful, harmful in the grand scheme of things.
Well,
When
yeah,
a female just feels like these guys are lessing over me, I got it like that
yeah.
type
And
shit.
it's just it's just as simple as that. It's because I mean, we all even men too. We got inboxes that's deep or whatever as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Mm-hmm.
For women that don't know, man, women are thirsty out here too. I know, but I don't know. For some reason, it's like, like I don't know. I can't say that. I want to say men feel like we don't when we have a crazy deep inbox. We don't feel as powerful as like a woman. A woman got a crazy inbox. My inbox is deep.
Mm-hmm.
The whole nonchalant attitude type way.
Right. Right. I mean, I don't want to harp on this too too long because that turns into a conversation about the dating game today,
Yeah.
and there's so many ideologies and philosophies and studies on
Hmm.
the issue with dating today, and that's a topic that I do not want to tackle. It
Yeah.
goes too deep. But let me ask you this, right? Um, how much has the double standard of being vulnerable and emotional, how has that affected you, right? The fact that they say women can be more vulnerable and outspoken with their feelings, but men shouldn't.
Men shouldn't. Oh,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I suck at being affectionate.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie. That's something I can call out on myself. I suck at that.
Uh-huh.
Um, it's not so much as that I don't want to. It's just something that I don't know. I've never really been. I've never really been that much of an affectionate guy.
But could it be that because of that
Like
standard.
expressing my feelings and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Like I suck at that.
Uh-huh. But
So
do you think because of that standard is that we you were never
probably,
taught, you're never just taught that?
probably,
right? Because obviously we come up under, fathers, older brothers, older cousins, grandfathers,
Yeah.
some older homies or whatever like that, uncles and whatnot. And if they're taught the same thing, we're
Mm-hmm.
never going to be taught to express ourselves
Yeah.
vulnerably, right?
Yeah.
So, so you feel like you've became some sort of that stereotype and that victim of
Mm-hmm.
walling off, being a little bit more
I don't
stoic.
think it's right, but yeah, I can call myself out on that. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, but now if you do see a man who is a little bit more in touch with himself, do you look at him as weak?
When you say in touch with itself, like,
Just in touch with himself, like he can express how he's feeling at the moment. Like,
no, I don't think he's considered weak.
you don't think he's considered
No,
less of a man?
no,
Mm,
no,
okay,
no.
okay.
Yeah, no. I mean, people, people in general, it's good to express how you feel and stuff like that. Don't hide how you feel.
Right.
Uh, if you feel a certain type of way about something, about someone to be particular,
Hmm.
cool, express that. I don't think it makes a man less of a man because he's
Hey, but you know what though? I feel like though that's one stereotype that that women use to their advantage as well. They'll look at you and be like, "What you doing? Be a man. Like, why you
yeah,
talk? Why you acting like this? Like,
yeah,
man up, man the fuck up. Like, what you doing?
hood rat bitches probably,
You
but yeah,
know, not even man. I'm gonna tell you, not even that. I promise you, it's more than just that demographic of women. Like,
mm-hmm,
is I'm sure there's women that are in high professions that would say, "Yeah, I want a man, I want somebody that's that's manly, that can do this and that can do that." But my question is, okay, but does that imply also, so does that imply if he is walled off, if he is a little bit closed in,
mm-hmm.
is that a problem?
Women wouldn't like that though.
Right,
Yeah, so
right.
be careful what you ask for.
But I think that they are expressing that, just not saying that though. Like a man that
Mm,
could just you know take just take the weight of issues and problems and stuff like that, and be able to walk through it
yeah,
and be like, it's gonna be okay, which is cool.
that's cool.
It's cool to have that resilience and that mindset
Mm-hmm.
of, hey, we're gonna get through this. I'm gonna lead us through this because you know
I mean, due to society and today, though, a lot of men would say that's how a lot of stress builds up over time.
mm-hmm,
That's how a lot of breakups eventually start happening because he's been holding it in for so long.
mm-hmm,
That's how a lot of divorces and all this other stuff, therapy, all this other stuff,
right,
eventually starts to happen because the man has been, he's been taking in these crazy, situations and just
mm-hmm,
letting it go, not talking about it and stuff like that. So
mm-hmm.
I feel like eventually it can cause to that. Not with every man, but I feel like it can lead to some type of stress a little bit.
Oh, for
But
sure.
over so many years too, you know.
But I think women do kind of manipulate us with that, where they do say things like, be a man type, that type
Yeah,
of shit, right?
yeah,
Like man up or whatever like that,
yeah.
and that, and now could it be our fault that we interpret it as, all right, well, shoot, well, whatever comes my way, I just gotta just deal with it.
Mm,
That could be something, that could be our fault, that we take that as, all right, well, when the going gets tough, I just gotta just roll with it. I gotta roll with the punches. Again, which is cool. Which is cool. It's cool to have that.
hmm.
But once you kind of devoted yourself to that, devoted yourself full time to that attitude, then like you said, that's when a lot of the stress, a lot of the tension, a lot of the anxiety sort of unfolds. And it obviously in the long run, it's not going to boil over well for the relationship,
Hmm.
and for everybody else in his life.
Yeah.
So I just think as a whole, anyway, we should just get rid of like just feeling like Um, being vulnerable is such a negative stigma to have for a man. I mean, it's all about balance again. Like, but in all situations, it's all about having like a good balance. All right, I'm not saying either or. I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's not like a flip of the coin,
No.
right? We need to gauge it and have some balance, right? Just in case people are looking at this and saying, do I feel like I'm on one end or the other end? No, we can meet right in the middle and
Mm.
see eye to eye as a couple, as whoever, as co-workers,
Yeah.
as friends, as family members.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter,
Yeah.
Um, so yeah,
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. No, I agree 100%. Yeah, they can't use that shit. That shit can be used
yeah,
definitely.
they kind of do use it on us and put it on us. Like we should like,
Hey, hold on. I got one other one. One more.
okay,
This goes kind of into the parenthood a little bit too. Again,
okay,
Mother's Day celebrations versus like not and Father's Day being
uh
celebrated better than Father's Day.
huh,
You know, uh,
hmm,
they say Mother's Day is celebrated
oh, listen,
better, more,
yeah, 100
and
percent.
uh, you know, women, they versus Father's Day,
Hmm.
you know, women also celebrating that day for themselves, like it's for themselves.
You know what? I don't even. And here's my thing, right?
And dads, don't really get,
Here's my thing, right? I don't even. I
the
like.
same energy as on Mother's Day.
Right. And listen, right? There are plenty of parenting, um, double standards as
Double
well,
standards, yeah.
right? And we can touch on those in a second. But about the like, with the like with the Mother's Day and Father's Day thing, like that. I mean, I don't really get that
Mm-hmm.
because okay, because if you want to break it down to like a race, like even if you break it down to like a race thing, right? We look at, because obviously it's a negative connotation when it comes to black men, parenting and things of that
Mm-hmm.
nature. But heck, you go to it's plenty of, and we just talking about America, of course, but America is a melting pot. There's plenty of cultures here, and there are plenty of good fathers. Even though I disagree that black men aren't good fathers, right? But
Great fathers, yeah.
right, there's plenty of black men who are fantastic, tremendous fathers, but there's tremendous fathers everywhere of
Everywhere.
all races.
Yeah.
So why they got to get the why do but why do they got to get the the butt end of it
Yeah.
when we know that there's plenty of good fathers? Because that black father stuff, that's not even an argument.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even a legit argument to be had to say, well, y'all not there for us and nah, 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 nah. I mean, okay, whoa, time out now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put a break on that. Let's pump the brakes.
Pump the brakes.
Like calm down
Time
because
out. Flag on the play.
man, because listen, there's a lot that can go into that
Yeah.
of why maybe a man isn't present or maybe isn't as active. Sometimes it's the woman's fault.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Failed relationships
What he about
does
to say?
not determine a man being a bad father, yo.
Uh-huh.
Stop saying that because or stop doing this because the relationship failed. You're trying to take the kid away from take the son away from his fathers are important. I don't give a damn who you are, what you say, what you think. I don't
Oh,
give a damn if you on this woman power shit, women this, women that, woman rule. Man, fuck all that, man. Fathers are important.
essential.
Just because the relationship failed, stop trying to fucking take the kids away, the sons or daughters away from their dad, yo.
Yeah.
That's fucked up and it's stupid. And
Yeah.
it's just, you gonna look back and have so many regrets on that shit.
Now.
Cause I think that's the dumbest fucking thing ever.
Right. Now hold on.
Especially in this, I'm not gonna say and only in this generation. Of course, in every generation, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
But man, this generation is crazy.
I'm gonna tell you now. Hold on now. Now, obviously, we're not giving those who are deadbeats off the hook.
Yeah, I'm not giving the men that are deadbeats off the hook. I'm not giving them, I'm not giving them,
No,
I'm
no,
not
no
letting them
pass.
go free.
Nuh-uh. Absolutely
But
not.
I'm talking specifically for the ones that's, really there, that's really trying to be there. And,
Yeah.
y'all the relationship didn't work. Just because that didn't work don't mean that, hey, yo, this man is a bad father.
So, and that's a interesting that's an interesting segue, because I remember doing some research, and I've seen things where they say, when it comes to raising children, women get majority of the credit for raising the child, and
Mm-hmm.
men don't see a lot of that recognition, even if they are present. Even it could be a two-parent household.
Mm-hmm.
They raise plenty of
Hold on, no. There is another one too that's popular. Like a lot of people say that, a woman takes her kid to the park, she's considered as just normal. A man who could takes his kid to the park he's a super dad.
Oh,
He's a
really?
great dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a popular topic too.
Mm.
You see a single mom or whatever taking her kids to the park. She's considered as it's normal.
Wait,
And
who you think gets more credit in the household, though?
it depends.
I mean, yeah, it
Oh,
depends.
but who
But
gets
I'm talking about generally.
generally who gets more credit?
Yeah, like who gets more credit in the household?
The mom.
Right,
Yeah.
right. They receive a bulk of the credit for raising a child.
The percentages of fathers being in their kids' lives is going up every year, though.
Mm-hmm,
The percentage is going up every year. I mean, so that old term, of
mm-hmm.
you know, fathers being absent is just starting to get a little
I
old,
mean,
a little old.
but like whenever you hear like acceptance speeches, the person that they think right after God, they think in their mother.
Yeah,
And I mean, listen. Obviously, I don't know. I don't know a lot of. I don't know a lot of people's stories. I don't know what
yeah.
happened in their lives.
Not discrediting anybody's, past trauma or
Mm-hmm.
childhood, whether you did have an absent father or not.
Mm-hmm.
Not discrediting those people.
Yeah.
You know,
Right. No, absolutely not. Because obviously, the mother has her role, the
yeah,
father has his role.
yeah.
Um, but it just seems like more often than not that the father's role is a little bit more subsided and
Mm-hmm.
downplayed in a sense. Um, and obviously, that's just nonsense. That's just
That shit's
nonsense
stupid, man.
in a way like that. So I mean, but when I think about so when I think about a lot of these double standards, man, I just feel like a lot of them are used in a way to hold just not a race, just the human race, right?
Yeah.
It's used to hold a lot of us back, and um, obviously this is more catered towards American culture. We know in other cultures, men and women all have sort of their roles and how they
A lot
contribute.
of other countries and stuff,
Yeah,
women are raised to be.
yeah, they have their roles and their contributions.
Well, we could just say kind of they're raised in a more
Traditional,
traditional.
right?
Uh,
Their traditional,
yeah.
whatever their
Well,
tradition
yeah,
is.
like an old school type of.
Yeah.
Women are cook. They do the cooking, cleaning, raising the kids, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Men are the providers, etc. Etc.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So right, we just keeping it to like mainly, American stigma, because I don't want people to feel like, well, obviously in my culture, in their culture, it's complimentary for the male to do this, or it's complimentary for the woman to do that, right? Now, if it's progressive and it helps their culture and their society move forward, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
But as far as the ones that we're discussing today, I just feel like a lot of it has. You can look at a lot of examples and see how much that has affected each gender and how they could strive for more prosperity,
Yeah.
right?
No. Yeah. No, I agree 100%.
right? Um, so l- I just want to bring this up back to we talking about like sexual double standards.
Hmm.
How many men do you feel like use that? I think we want to talk about it, but how many men do you feel like use that to their advantage? That we can be more active.
Like, we can be more active.
Like it's a lot. Like it's allowed. It's like
I
it's
mean,
allowed for us.
a lot of men, yeah, use that
Mm-hmm.
to their advantage. Like, I'm the man. Uh, a lot of men say the same thing. Why do you think men have a lot of sperm? All this other stuff. That's why we're allowed to have sex with multiple or have sex a lot in general.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with that. Just to put that out there,
Right.
but you have men that say that. So I think it's crazy noise. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's BS. Like,
Uh huh.
no,
You know another.
but
Hold on. You know another thing. Not to cut you off. And I think you might have mentioned this while we were filming. Appearance.
yeah,
Appearance, man.
yeah,
Women are more likely to keep up with their appearance than men are
mm-hmm,
in society.
mm-hmm.
It's a lot. It's top. It's
I got a oh shit. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go
I
ahead.
was no. All I'm gonna say is they they just tolerate us being just showing up. How we look, but a woman has to be of a certain weight. Figure looking a
Oh
certain way.
man, oh man.
You know.
I think that's a lot of women's fault though too. Women are very sensitive when it comes to that. When you say appearance, like their weight and
But could it
versus,
could it, but could it be because of the double standard though that a lot of people but
well,
so
yeah,
it turns into insecurity when you
yeah,
when people always when a woman finds out that she didn't get hired for a particular job or a movie role or something like that simply because the person in charge feels like, oh well, she was a little on the heavier side, we you know
that could be for a man too though. But yeah,
you know
yeah,
and then she takes that and if she finds out, uh, look, I'm qualified to do this. Like, why isn't, or a guy might not. Now obviously if a guy has his preference, cool, yeah, your preference of who you like and who you want to date, cool, but
yeah.
the fact that for guys it's like, man, nah, man, she a little this and that, man, I
Okay,
don't
to
know.
okay to the okay to okay even further,
Mm-hmm.
just women in general. You call a woman fat,
Mm-hmm.
yo, you damn near crossing the line. You
Mm-hmm.
call a man fat, it ain't gonna be the same. It ain't gonna be the same.
Wait, what's the point? What's the
That's a double standard I think that needs to be like
Oh, it's like just like kind of just being like
when it
up
comes to appearance.
just like kind of just being able to be upfront with a woman,
Yeah,
like if it's becoming like an actual problem or something like
yeah,
that,
like actually being
like if she like if she's
being
letting herself go.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or I think just being honest, all the way honest with a woman in general,
Mm-hmm.
versus it's like, man, yo, they want you to be honest, but when you are honest,
It's what they call a double bind,
yeah,
right? They want you to be honest, but when you
when
are,
you are
it's a problem.
you just started damn near World War III,
Yeah,
especially if you're on like a relationship or whatever.
there's a lot of those too, double
But
binds and
I
shit.
get it,
Mm-hmm.
men code. There's men code stuff that hey, tell your woman, tell your woman what she want to hear. Not to stir up no argument. You don't want to stir up no argument in the house. But if you actually are honest with her, sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
not saying a man never is, but
There's ways to do it
but
though.
especially when it comes to when a woman asks her man or whatever, how do I look?
Mm-hmm.
You may not like. You may not like. I don't know. You may not like the dress she got on. You may not like the shoes she got on.
Yeah.
You may not like her hair.
Uh-huh.
If you say any one of those, yo, like,
I mean, it's ways. Look, it's ways to do it. It's ways to tell a person, a woman, like
no, I don't think so.
I feel like it's ways to do it. You know, you can do it in ways where it's not taken as offense
You got a rare woman then.
in a way. Well, look, I'm single, so
Well, yeah, but
look, you know. But I mean, look, if I mean, she's obviously if she's asking my opinion, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna just do it subtly. You know, I won't. You know, I'll just if she had, hey, listen, how you like my hair? If I truly don't like
I'm
it,
gonna tell her what she want to hear.
if I truly don't like it, and
I'm gonna tell her what she want to hear.
you know,
Ah, man, I'm
uh,
sorry. I'm gonna tell her what she want to hear.
I mean, I probably won't say like I don't like it. I'll probably just ask her like, okay, why this choice
Bro,
type shit.
that is telling her that you do not like it.
I mean, but
Women overthink.
I'm just asking her. I'm like, okay, how you like my hair? I'm like, okay. I'll probably say, okay, it's cool. Like, well, why did you choose that hairstyle? Why did you choose that hair color?
Bro.
I just want to know why. Because if it's something that means no, if it means something to her, then I won't have an issue with
She don't want to hear shit, bro. Besides, I love your hair. It looks great. You look amazing. Let's go.
it.
Any
Listen,
questions, bro?
if I'm giving her a chance to explain, explain it, because obviously her hair, her dress, her
Yeah,
makeup, it means something to her.
yeah.
You know, why do you think they take hours to do it? Because it means something to them. So if I'm giving you a chance to explain it and talk about it, okay, go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Because if it means something to you, if you really want my honest opinion, if I really don't like it, if you say, hey, listen, just tell me if you like it or not, then yes, I'm going to tell you that. But if you're looking, obviously, I know that. Okay, I'm going to ask you if it means something to you, like, oh, I did this because yada yada yada. Okay, fine, I can look past that.
Mm-hmm.
I can look past my personal preference. You're wearing this color because it was your grandmother's favorite color type shit. Like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Even if I don't like that color,
Mm-hmm.
you wearing it for this specific reason, I can look past it and say, okay, that's fine. You know,
Okay.
go ahead, yeah, do what you gotta do. But if you generally okay, then this is what we need to say. Then be that specific. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you actually think. Don't just ask me what do I think, because I'm not going to actually give you my full fledged breakdown on what
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not going to
Yeah.
I'm not going to, because I don't want to cross that I don't
I
want to
mean, yeah,
cross
like
that
I said,
line.
yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, for me, if I just don't like her hair that
Mm.
day or for that, whatever it is, I'm gonna just, I don't know. I've been known to just tell her what she want to hear. It looks nice. Or I like it. No, not it looks nice. It looks good.
I mean, that's fine, but that's fine. Listen,
Not
look,
saying that's every time. It's not,
uh,
but I'm gonna probably just say the same thing I say even when I really do like it, just to
mhm.
avoid.
I mean, look, that's
Next thing you know, she gonna change it and take another 30 damn minutes or an hour.
uh,
Yeah, by that time you're late to wherever y'all gotta go, whether y'all got a reservation or y'all going wherever y'all going. You're gonna be late after that. You tell her you don't like it, you gonna be late. Man, just tell her, man. Tell her what she wanna hear.
I mean, look, that's
Make her
fine
feel
too.
good.
Yeah, that's fine too. I mean, listen, just if you just
Now,
somebody that want to,
after the fact, maybe when we done wherever we at, I might come on and say, babe, I didn't really like your hair today. But
I mean, well, look, right, look.
that may be a little, I
I'm gonna
don't know if that's fucked up,
I'm gonna tell you
but
what. Well, look. I'm gonna tell you what. I know for me, if it's like not on the extreme, if she don't come out with some baps shit on her head, then it's fine with me. It's really fine with me. If she don't come out with clown makeup on, the makeup she's wearing is fine. Whatever.
yeah.
Like, I really
But
don't
as
care.
men, all of us, we all have those times where we think, okay, what the hell is going on here?
Hmm.
Sometimes,
But hold on, all right, but hold on. We hold on. We almost getting off track, off track. So
yeah.
appearance though. Like, do you think so? You agree or disagree that is a social? It is socially, women are more socially obligated to keep up with their parents socially in the world.
Yes,
Okay.
because it's more known. Yeah, for a woman. Yeah, they gotta
Mm-hmm.
keep their nails done, they toes done, their hair done,
Mm-hmm.
all this other stuff, they makeup done.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, not saying it's because of a man, but because they want to feel good, they want to look good all the time.
But I feel like they get judged though if they don't.
100%.
I feel like they get judged.
I feel like
And,
that goes into it too. A lot goes into it, but yeah, I feel like that goes into
and
it.
obviously, I think they obviously get judged by because they. But here's the thing: I know they get judged by a lot more women, right? Women
I'm
judge them
about to
as
say
well.
women. I'm about to say the judging mostly comes from other women too.
But
Mostly,
is that a result of men
I'm about to say I
judging?
don't think that got nothing to do with us.
Like
I'm about to say that's kind of a woman thing. Like
I don't know.
they got a discussion to have.
I don't know, man. I feel like we kind of contribute to
Women,
that.
the women community got a discussion to have.
I feel like we
A
have
lot of, I think it's more.
a
I think
hand in
it's
that.
known that a lot of men like the natural look. They like a woman.
Um,
The just get out of bed hair. She looks. Not saying all the time, but
mm-hmm,
because I like the natural look. Like that's cool with me.
mm-hmm.
That's cool. I don't care. Like that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, if it's not just super extreme, like I said, on some baps, or you walking out like trying to look like Krusty the Clown purposely,
Hmm.
whatever, however you look, however you show up, if I like you, I like you. It's
Yeah.
cool. Um, Another thing about appearance, you know, and you probably see this. This is something that's recent. People praising dad bods,
Hmm.
right? Basically, an out of shape man, in a
Same
sense.
for women.
You think people praising women or mom bods or whatever, or you think,
Okay, now when we get to this word thick, a lot of people have their own definitions of it.
uh huh,
Uh, but I feel like a lot of men. This goes back to men giving all types of women power.
mm-hmm,
I believe all women should feel good, want to feel good, should feel good, and feel like they look good.
yep,
But yeah, I think it goes. I think that double back. It goes back to women as well.
mm-hmm.
Men, a lot of men praise out of shape what can be considered out of
Man,
shape.
I'm gonna tell you what, I enjoy muffin top. I enjoy some stomach,
I do too.
some stomach popping out.
I
Well,
do
come
too.
on, man, what we talking about? Yeah,
I do too.
100%. But so yeah, I'm with you. I'm probably of that statistic. I'm that
I think
statistic.
at the end of the day, people like people eventually they start to just like what they know they can get.
See,
I think at the end of the day,
now we getting too hold on, we getting too deep. We getting too deep.
I mean, hey, this could be for another video, but like
Some
I said, real quick, people people in general may just like whatever they can get.
hmm
They know they can't get this top-notch guy that's in crazy good shape, you know, because they know probably he not gonna like her because she's whatever.
hmm
She's gonna eventually lower her standards. But trust and believe, if a woman could pick the crazy and shape fit guy, she's gonna choose him at the end of the day, in my opinion.
Um well look, I'm not I won't add on to that because I feel like that's like I said, that's another topic for another time.
Yeah,
And I didn't know double standards was gonna bring us into all of these other sorts of topics
we could
and
do a double. We
debates.
could do a double standards part two.
Like something. I mean, because obviously double standards bleeds not only into individuals, it bleeds in different cultures as well.
Yeah,
Like we, black people are held to a certain standard. White people are held to a certain standard.
yeah.
Every other culture,
Mm-hmm.
we're all held to certain standards. Whether if it's our race, our age, as
Age,
well.
yeah.
Our ethnicity, or
Sexuality.
sexual, or social economic status,
Mm-hmm.
rich or poor, So everybody's held double standards have their hand in influencing a lot.
Everybody in this world, yeah, has something
Mhm.
to do with that.
Yeah, it has definitely has something to do with that. And I'm be honest, I don't necessarily know the proper way of how to attack, double standards and removing them
Mm-hmm.
from our from our psychodynamic,
Yeah.
right? Um, I don't really have the answer to that. I don't know how. I don't know if it's necessary. I don't know if
I
it's.
mean, there really ain't no answer. I mean, there probably ain't no right or wrong answer to that. It's just life.
I don't know because I don't even know if double standards is a product of human nature. Period. That it can't be changed. Because
It'll
everything.
never be changed. That's something that'll never be
So
changed.
you think it's a
Like
product of human?
racism, it'll never end. Double standards, it's always going to be here.
Okay, so you think it's a product of human nature?
Always going to be here. Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Sadly, yes.
Okay. Okay. I
Do
mean,
I agree? Do I think it should be? No, but
I don't argue with human nature. I mean, human nature, it is what it is.
yeah. I mean, human nature is human nature. It's something you may not disagree with a lot of it, but it's something you got to get used to, or you got to adapt to,
Or just educate yourself
or just
about it.
educate yourself on.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah. You got to educate yourself about it
so
because there are a lot of separations. I mean, just
being open minded to
yeah.
different stuff like that. You
Because
know,
listen, our brains are making comparisons and contrasts. Like we're separating things every day. We're categorizing things all the time.
mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, we do the same thing with people, right? We look at people, we categorize them, we compare them, we contrast them, and mixing that with whatever you believe in, then you determine whether if person is appropriate for you to deal with or not, based off of you know
Yeah.
how you feel about them.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, man, like it's a deep topic. Um, I'm gonna tell you what, we're gonna have a lot more of these.
Yeah.
I mean, this is in my wheelhouse as well. So we're gonna tackle a lot of these more
Yeah.
deeper topics as we progress forward in the future,
Mm-hmm.
because there are a lot of conversations to be had, a lot of people that should be educated on important matters.
Right.
That they may not be prevalent to understanding in a sense. So if we can do our justice and bring that information to them in a way that they can understand it, that would be
Mm-hmm.
something that's definitely on the agenda.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, I agree 100%.
Right.
Important topics. Hey, that's just
Yeah.
what we bringing. That's just what we bringing.
Yeah. We're gonna bring a lot of that entertainment, but we want
Part
to.
two, definitely should. Yeah.
You think so?
Double standards part. Yeah.
You think this deserves another
We got. We
another
got.
go?
I got more. We got more.
Or you got more to say?
Now
Okay.
at this moment, no.
Nah.
But I can definitely come up with more.
Okay.
Definitely
Okay.
come up with more.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, I think we can deliberate over that and see, what else, because it bled into a lot of different stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what the double standards. Yeah, like
Uh-huh.
you explain why this for this gender or this gender.
Mm-hmm. And again, we only tackled men and women today.
Yeah.
We touched on, different cultural double standards, but I guess next time we can look into expanding that and go into, things that are a lot more cultural relevant, economically relevant
Mm-hmm.
in a way, things that affect, age wise,
Mm-hmm.
all of that, all of that
Yeah.
for sure. So, man, this was a good one. This was a good one, man.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I hope.
People probably didn't see this one coming.
I don't think so. I mean, if you're a friend of the pod, like I said,
We didn't even see this one coming until recently, kind
right,
of. So
right, yeah. If they're a friend of the pod, they may not have foreseen this coming. Our stuff to this point was a lot more lighthearted,
yeah,
and we're still gonna bring that as well because
yeah,
we just got endless things to talk about.
yeah.
So, but yeah, this was fun. This was
Mm-hmm.
fun, man. I like this, bro.
No, that was good. That
I'm
was
glad we
good.
did this. I'm glad we agreed to do this
Yeah,
because it was I feel like it was highly necessary. Highly necessary. So,
yeah.
any lasting thoughts, man?
Nah, I got nothing.